Yo, what's up? So I had this weird idea of taking this monophonic synth and trying to make chords with it, and I ended up with this, which is pretty crazy. And all the sounds are this, of course, not drums. And this, by the way, is the Moog source. Shout out to my friend Chloe Corley. Link to their music down below. Thank you so much for letting me borrow this. But I use this weird, kind of honestly overkill sampling method on the Octatrack that is just way too much fun. And somehow I ended up here. So let me take you back to the beginning where it all started. All right, let's get into it. So right now I got some drums off of the Digitac, and the Moog source is coming straight into the Octatrack. First of all, we need to shape this up a little bit of contour. By the way, this knob is insane. A little more resonance. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna open this up a little bit because we'll use the filter on here to really tame it down. Okay, so the way the Octatrack is set up is that every track is listening to its own record buffer flex track already. And if that doesn't make sense, the rest of this might not make much sense, but bear with me. And if I look at its recording setup, every track is set up to record for 4 bars and listening to A, B, C, D, which is not there, and most importantly, source 3, which is gonna be our cue inputs, and we're gonna get to that in a sec. But for right now, I'm gonna go to track 5, I'm gonna press play, and then I'm gonna hit record 1 and got my G ready. And now it's gonna record for 4 bars. Okay, so that recorded in, right? We got the 4 bars, and if I go and put a trigger down, there we go. And of course, this is 1 bar. Okay, easy, right? Track 6, I'm gonna do the same thing, and I wanna play the next note in our chord, which will be this one here. And then track 1, I'm gonna do the same thing. And then track 2, I'm gonna do the same thing. This sounds so insane. And then track 3, same thing. Okay, now we need to go and put triggers down on all of these tracks. Fingers crossed this works. Woo! There it is. Oh. In it to win it, baby. Okay, that worked so far. Now the next trick. For my next trick, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cue all those tracks. The 5 single notes are now being sent to the cue outputs, but we're not listening to the cue. But what is listening to the cue is track 4, if we go to its record setup, is listening to the cue. So I just grouped these tracks and I'm telling them all to record onto track 4. Now, how are we gonna do this? Yeah, we can do this. So we just gotta let it play for 4 bars. This is fine. Then track 4, I'm gonna hit chord 3. There, now it's grabbing it for those 4 bars. And finito. We're gonna uncue all these, mute all these, go to track 4, put a trigger down, and there it is. Now we can even go into chromatic. Yo, this is sick. And this was Chloe's idea. Chloe wanted this to be polyphonic. I still wish it is. This isn't even close to that, but oh, please. Now, this is where it gets really crazy. So I'm gonna go back into our record buffers and I'm gonna clear all their triggers so that they're not triggering that single note sample. Then in each one, I'm actually just gonna set it to 32 steps instead because I don't want the full 4 bars. That's gonna take a little too long. But this is gonna be cool, and we'll just work with 3 tracks because this is more than enough. I really just wanna do 2 at a time, but you'll see why we need that 3rd track. So everything's still the same, loop is on, track 1, 2, 3, Now I can go here and just pick another preset. Okay, this is cool, but I just want this to be even more plucky. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, check this out. We're gonna hit record. Okay, that's in there. All right, put a trig down. And on step 2, we're gonna put a trig down here. Here it is. Now, I'm gonna go on to track 2 and do the same thing. Sweet, we're gonna put a trig down, here it comes. Okay, you can hear that first note was off. We're gonna just re-record it. See if that works? Okay, now check this out. We're gonna go and I'm gonna just go to our amp, lower this down, send this to the delay. Now, check this out. We're gonna cue those, go to track 3, and bounce these down into track 3. Okay, that got it. So we're gonna mute these. Track 3, put a trigger down, put a trigger down. Awesome. Now we'll go here, take the trigger out, uncue, unmute. Now we can figure out something else, another preset. This is cool, loudness. Awesome. And same thing, we're gonna set this up to be 64. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Grab it. That's in there. It's still going like nobody's business. Put a trigger down. Oh, it's already playing. I must have a trigger down somewhere. I do. All right, cool. So there was a trigger there. So now look at this. I'm gonna cue that and cue this, go to track 2 and bounce those down into a new track. So you use the 2 tracks to bounce down to 1, then you grab the other 2, bounce down to another one. Now we can mute those 2. Track 2's got the trigger on it. Let's go ahead and clear some of its settings. Now, it's here and it's quiet because of why? Let's figure this out. That's the fun part. Oh, was I just on the wrong track? I was on the wrong track, my friends. There it is. It's in there, like Brago. Now we can get weird with this, right? Let's go into the slicing. We're gonna create a slice grid and we'll do 32 slices a line. Nah. Now I'm just gonna play in a pattern that I like. So this is gonna be track 2, which is here. We're gonna do and now we have that as a backup, but I'm gonna create linear locks. Actually, I wanna create random locks. And I just want this pattern itself to be short, not like everything else. So we're gonna go 2 per track, and we're gonna set this up to be 64 steps. And now we just need to change this to 64. Now back to this, we're gonna go and create a new random locks. Oh, this is it. Okay, so listen to this. There's something here, right? We take all this out. We can really work this. So I'm gonna go make this just plucky. And then the delay. That's pretty cool. On track 2, we can also do some weird stuff like flip the rate around on scene B. That's actually dope. I just like that, period. Yo, this worked out way better than I thought it would. Anyway, I appreciate you, my friend. Thanks for sticking through with my weird ideas. Hopefully you got something out of this. Anyway, I hope to see you again next week. Until then, you already know the drill. Share the love, share the knowledge. Knowledge is power. Peace.